Good morning, everyone. Hi there.
Morning.
Good morning.
I'm very annoyed and my face is red behind my earphone because my computer is fighting me. We had a big problem, but hey, whatever. I can't waste any more time crying. So,
Hmm.
Happy New Year, Professor Suzuka.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, yeah,
Yay.
yeah, yeah.
Yay.
We've all been talking about, New Year's, but before we begin, I just wanted to ask you, how was your New Year? I mean, Gamer Dan and we had a talk about it before. What did you do in the
Mm.
New Year?
It was very good. So I played uh, Smash Bros with my friends in
Nice.
New Year's. So to choose to select new fighters. So 2024's fighter.
Ah,
So
fantastic.
every
Ooh.
year my friends and me
Hmm.
select uh, new fighter. So Smash Bros. Fighters.
Yeah,
I like that. I like
Partner,
that.
yeah.
I'm going to do that.
That's a good one.
partner.
That's
So this
fantastic.
year's my partner is Dark Samus.
Ah,
Yes.
you're
Yeah.
such a cool person, Professor Suzuka. I haven't truly gamed in a while during the New Year's. I was just watching those Japanese TV shows with the singers, but getting into a good like what you just said,
Game.
yeah, but suggesting that game tradition. That sounds like a good idea. Gamer Dan and I should give that a
Yeah,
go.
I absolutely I'm going to do that. My partner has been Link. Usually young Link or standard Link. But I think I'm going to choose a new partner. I'm going to go with the Bear and the Bird, Banjo
Banjo,
Kazooie.
Kazooie, of course.
I'm going to go with
Right.
Banjo because
Yeah, yeah.
I started playing Banjo Kazooie again in my just as joy, and I have the
Classics.
amiibo. So
Ah,
yay!
dude.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Wait, you know what? Game versus Suzuka, Gamer Dan and I were talking about streaming last episode, and who knows, maybe we should have like this stream that we should upload for New Year next year. If be together or for Christmas stream, that would be a great. What do you think? Actually, Professor
Mm.
Suzuka, I think March or something, I'm gonna get a PlayStation. It may be just a 4, but not a 5, which is a bit out of touch. But that being said,
Still good.
yeah, hopefully in a year at least. But and yeah, I was thinking I've got a PlayStation. Gamer Dan's got Switch, and we have other people. We have both. If you do you want to stream with one of us at some point with a Switch or PlayStation or PC?
Oh, I have Switch. I have a Switch, but I don't have PlayStation 5.
Ah, for
But I'd like
Mhm.
to buy PlayStation 5. I don't have any
PlayStation.
PlayStation
All right, Gamer Dan,
series.
it's you.
Ah,
Unlucky, I
Mm.
don't get to battle Professor Suzuka. First time we played a Among Us, right? That was the first
Oh my gosh, yes.
yeah, game that we played online. So Gamer Dan, you should
well,
have a
I'd like to try you in Smash.
so, oh
Smash.
man,
Ah,
I
yes.
hope I
Yeah,
get a
so if
Switch,
you,
man. Yes, to play you in Smash would be
you
awesome.
have to give me a little bit of time to practice. I haven't practiced in a while, so yeah, once I
Yeah,
get up to speed, then
Mm,
yeah.
we should play,
Gamer Dan, you
and
yes.
I will
practice.
record
Yeah.
the
Oh
channel.
yeah, please. He's setting up. And how's that going, Gamer Dan? The videos.
Mm.
Pretty good, pretty good. I say I have. For those of you watching, those of you who've been watching before, you know that I've recently got a capture card and I started experimenting with getting footage. What we're going to do is two main channels. We're going to have two main series. One is going to be a retrospective. We're going to pick a series and work our way through them from the first to the last.
Hmm.
That's going to be Metal Gear Solid. Um, so either Metal Gear Solid or the Banjo series because I've been playing around with Banjo. But
Super.
but we're also going to be tackling some of the new games that were coming out. Last year we got Marvel's Midnight Suns, which is a AAA card-based strategy game, and I recently picked that up. So we're going to be playing that as well as either the Metal Gear Solid series or the Banjo series. It's up to you, fans.
Yes.
But
Oh,
post down in the comments. Do you want to see the
yeah.
bear and the bird, or do you want to see Snake?
Or smash and have them fight each other. Who knows? But
Yeah.
Or we can just play a lot of Smash. You know,
yes.
I'm good either way.
Super. Well, everybody, I'm really happy that you're all here in the new year. And yeah, I just thought we for today, because of uh technical problems, we have to get straight to the point. I had this article that I discussed with one of my students about NPCs in games. The article was titled "Microsoft Aims for Better Video Game NPCs with AI," and we're talking about well, if I just go through the article quickly, according to a survey by InWorld AI, a software company that specializes in AI in games, 84% of players think NPCs make a difference. All right, now we're gamers, so we know about this. So this is kind of like sucking eggs. But
Or before we continue, I think we should quickly clarify what an NPC is
all right,
versus
yes.
we were talking about this earlier about a bot or an NPC.
Bot and NPC. So NPC is RPG games characters. So
It's a character in the game, but you can't
mm,
play as them.
It's like a
So
Goomba
okay,
when you're
or
okay.
playing
Koopa.
an RPG or an action game, like
Mm,
in Mario, when
mm,
you get to the end of the castle and you see
mm.
Toad, Toad is an NPC. You can't
Oh,
play as him, but he gives you information. In
mm.
Skyrim or in Dragon Quest, there are loads of NPCs. Every town has
Mm,
lots of NPCs.
Good
yes,
But a
yes,
point.
bot is for shooting games. Is a
yes.
play an NPC that basically can play with you.
Yeah, exactly. Good point. It's a very good distinction.
Oh, okay.
So the
So
yeah,
Yeah.
go on.
when I play RPG games, I I want to talk with NPCs, every NPCs, and
Mm,
I can get stories. So pieces,
mm,
Mm,
like a
yeah.
puzzle.
Oh yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
I
Mm.
that's
love
it.
that going into a new town and you talk to everyone and you learn about the town, the history.
Yes,
Exactly.
hidden uh good items
Yes,
we
exactly.
we can get.
You can
All the
build
items. All the
these guys who
items.
give you
Yes,
these
yes, all
collectibles.
items.
That's it. So yeah, so exactly, Professor Suzuka. It's thanks for clarifying, Gamer Dan. It's a non-playable character. That's what it stands for.
Mhm.
NPC, yeah. And
Yeah.
essentially, uh, my favorite. Well, you know me and my love for Shenmue. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but
Mm,
that game. I I don't even remember Professor Suzuka, me talking about Shenmue from the Sega Dreamcast. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, so that game, it was the first game I experienced where the NPCs were given the detail to make you kind of feel that the game was real, for me at least. And because you can ask an NPC, a character, it could be, I don't know, he's playing Harry Potter. Harry Potter, you're looking for
Oh,
Hermione.
cute.
He says, hey, and he can ask, where's Hermione?
Mm,
Ask Dumbledore. Where's
mm.
Hermione? Ask Dumbledore. Like it's the same thing. It goes over and over. But when it comes to Shenmue, you ask the NPC a character, and he would say something different. It's that like they're alive and they're actually people thinking. Now, this was just actors reading lines over and over, different kinds of responses. But of course, what Microsoft's trying to do now is get NPCs like with Nixon's. Well, like dude, I know. Somebody who showed us a video of themselves as an avatar with deep fakes and so on. Um, it's um, they were saying that, well, this article is hinting that NPCs can give you something of a conversation that is original each time. Now, in my opinion,
mm,
I don't think it's as good as it sounds. I'm sure, personally, I'm interested. Microsoft could be like a first test case, and then we should see what other companies do. I think Nintendo, uh, well, as we eventually are going to talk about the video for today, I think Nintendo are going to have to use AI to get more from their console. If you can't make a, if Nintendo wants to
mm,
save money and they can't spend all this money on the new this, that, and the other, the best thing you can do is make Mario an original Mario every game with AI. So if you don't have enough memory to make the graphics look great, just have less data but more AI to make a new experience every time you play it. That's one way you can have a new game. I'm sure they're thinking of it because Nvidia has graphic cards that code AI in the chips right now, and they're gonna have to address it. Or people say, "Why are you not doing it?" But at the same time, there's a limit. What do you think, Imadan?
I love exploring games. I mean, I when I play games, I usually play an RPG. I like the world, the story. I like to lose myself in the game. And NPCs are a big part of that. NPCs make the world feel real. There's people living in houses, doing quests.
Hmm.
And I like the idea that I can go and talk to a person, and like in Shenmue, at different times of the day or at different points in the story, they say different things. They can create new material. But I do think that it's going to be, the companies must be careful
Yeah, I
because
agree.
they're going to have to make sure that what they say is only within a certain sphere. The AI can't say anything that doesn't it doesn't make sense for the
Yes,
story. So
agree,
early
agree.
AI is brilliant. It's experimental, and I like the idea of pushing it. It's true that the gaming industry, the gaming companies, are one of the world's best implementers, the best users of new technology. I
Yeah.
mean, the military gets the best technology.
Mm,
The number two is games. Games
mm.
companies push what technology can do. I mean, in our lifetimes, only a few years ago, we had the Wii. You know,
Yeah.
putting that kind of technology in people's hands, it's very impressive. And I think that they will push for AI,
Mm.
but we're going to have a few games where the NPCs sound very strange.
Yes, I
The
agree.
beginning is going to be weird, but I like the idea. I do think that they need to hire voice actors to make sure that people are being paid for their roles.
This is what this thing was talking about. People having a strike in America for Suzuka about actors saying, "Hey, you're using my image without my consent. Pay me Jew man." And well, maybe a bit more than that. But is that all?
Residuals, just a little every time you
Yeah. So, Professor Suzuka, what do you think about AI in games?
I think AI pattern.
Mm,
There are three AI patterns.
mm,
So I imagined.
okay.
So first is NPC is in uh, RPG games. So town, the new town or battle
Mm,
NPCs. So second is bot, like a bot.
hmm.
So uh, shooting games NPCs.
Right.
Mm.
Well,
The
yeah, bots.
third
Yeah.
one is uh, Puyo Puyo or Tetris bot.
Generating the world,
Yes,
generating the
yes. So
challenge.
yes.
Mm,
So smart AI and humans are battles
right, right, right.
is so NPCs.
Interesting. Yeah,
So
yeah.
mhm. So I think so. I think using AI
Mm,
is okay in Tetris,
Tetris.
but so like RPGs,
Mm,
Tetris and shooting game is okay, but
mm,
RPG games,
mm.
I think uh, we uh, we shouldn't use
I agree.
um, I
AI.
AI.
Mhm.
Mm,
Professor Scott, I'm going to ask a question in Japanese and in English, the same question, just to be sure you understand me and
mm,
Gameba-dan you understand. もし、病気になった時に、
mm.
どっちの医者さんが欲しいですか？ロボットと AI ですか？人間の医者ですか？どっちが欲しいですか？ So I don't know, if you had an operation, would you rather have a robot with AI operate on you or a human?
Human.
Human, yeah, me too. Because I don't care how good the robot is. After a while, it won't care if it makes a mistake. Oop, and it won't be able to. And I'm sure AI will get very good and robots will get good, but some decisions I'd rather a human with AI working together instead of the
Mm,
robot by itself. What do you think, Imogen?
Yeah, I think if it's a small surgery, AI. If it's a big
mm,
surgery, a human, because
mm.
AI can work faster and better than a human, but an AI can't change. If there's a mistake or there's a problem,
Mm,
the AI can't adapt.
mm.
A
Right, right.
human can go and then and then change quickly. So
So
if you're doing something complex, human.
uh,
Something
uh,
simple, AI. Well,
interesting.
it's why I have a calculator.
I see, I see.
The
Well, hold on.
calculator is just faster at doing simple things,
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
and
everybody, I
these
think sorry, I think
AI is
Mogi.
going to be used in that regard. I think.
Interesting. Sorry to interrupt. I think Mogi came in or Mugi or your cat, Professor
Ah,
Zuka.
麦.
Yes,
Mugi.
just saying hi, happy New Year. There you go.
Coming.
Yeah. I had to give them
Going
screen
on.
time. But give me that. So, what would you think would be a small suitable operation? For example,
um, Pancreatitis. removing an organ
Really?
or
A
just a
computer?
hernia. Just
You rather
I
the
would be comfortable with that. With
okay, I
something that's not very invasive and very simple. The thousands and thousands of surgeries have been done.
all right,
Something
well,
that the computer has a lot of data on.
all right, well, think about this together, Dan. Would you rather that being, I mean, if you had a choice between a robot only doing that and a robot with a human, would you
Oh, it's the
choose
best.
just
Always a person and a robot. That's the best
if
of both worlds.
I see, I got it right. That's the thing. I was like, I like you're the first person I've heard to say maybe a robot in some only in some cases, which is fine. It's a bit like the cars, you know. For Suzuka, I think I don't. I know some people, in my opinion, are trying to push AI on the world so hard that they want to erase people. But I think drivers with AI is better than just AI driver. I've heard stories recently of a car just crash into somebody and drive them down the road under the car, and the robot's like,
Mm.
"Oh well, I don't know." So, but
But
I was
we have that in some regards. I mean, cars have got cruise control. So if I'm when I'm in the city, I'm
mm,
in control. I drive. But then when I'm on a long road, I just go beep, and the
mm,
car just stays steady.
that's beautiful. That's
That's
what I
AI. That's
completely.
essentially just a simple program. It
Yeah,
does the job well, but it can't change.
yeah, that's the thing. And even for like parking behind, if you can't see the car, a bit of computer assists can help.
Yeah,
You
computer
know, but
systems and cameras,
yeah,
love them.
I think that's great. So personally, I think the best of having the best of both is preferable than one or the other.
Oh, of
If
course.
yeah, and Professor Suzuka, last thing before we move on, there's something called the uncanny valley. Have you heard of that?
Okay.
All right. So Professor, as Suzuka, Gamer Dan knows a lot about this, and he's very excited to talk about it. Yeah, this is. Could you explain it, Sorry, Gamer Dan.
Yes. In Japan, when they were creating early robots, they tried to make the robots look like human, and they started looking better and better and better. But when they got close, similar to a human, people said, "Oh, I don't like that." It's the difference between like Wally from Pixar and Final Fantasy Spirits Within the movie. The image is looks close to a human, but because it looks close but not the same, people don't like it. And it's
Yeah,
called the uncanny valley. It's when you like a thing because it looks like a human, looks like a human, and then when it looks very close to a human, oh, I don't like that.
yeah, that is it.
Like goes down.
It's too good. That is it. So I think.
It's too similar, but it's not the same.
So exactly,
Okay.
Professor Suzuka, Gamer Dan mentioned. In fact, Gamer Dan and I were in a meeting on Friday, and there was a coworker that showed us a video of themselves with a AI face, looking very much like them. Now I could see that it was a robot, it is a computer, but I do think it was good. You see, as long as you tell people this is a robot, then people can like it. But if you try to if you try to say this is the real thing, people start to
Mm.
say, really? I don't know. And I think that can happen, like you said, if you put these NPCs with too much wit in the game. It's a bit like, those, have you heard of, like, Hatsune Miku, those robot singers? I like Hatsune Miku because she sounds like a robot. But if you try, but when you get the deep fake singers, I think they sound good. But when you listen closely, like it sounds like a robot. It's after a while. At first, the idea is nice. Oh, cool, wow. But after a
It's
while, it
getting
sounds.
better.
Yeah, I'm
Over
sure.
Christmas, there were a lot of AI Christmas songs
Hmm,
using popular singers. I mean, Blackpink had loads of Christmas songs, and
right.
some of them were very good,
Hmm.
but not
Yeah,
perfect.
that's it. And it's that feeling that I think Nintendo has an advantage of because Nintendo has well, especially with Shigeru Miyamoto, like Game of Dan and I were talking, it has
Cute characters.
yeah, exactly, character, and it has fans that care for the characters more than the technology.
Mm.
So, Microsoft, is very much, and the West is very much focused, even PlayStation, I'd say, companies that are trying to compete in the West, they're very focused on the newest technology, but it's not all about money. Google tried Stadia with cloud gaming. You have different companies with all the money trying to come in the
Oh
games
God,
world,
Stadia.
And it doesn't always, money isn't everything really. You have to have the real human heart inside it. Yeah, but then, and it
Yeah,
takes, yeah.
yeah. Stadia fell apart because you cannot make a good console with no games.
Mhm.
If you have the most powerful console but nothing to play, doesn't work. Stadia
Mm.
fell.
Exactly. Yes.
But I do think that while some companies and certainly more Western companies want to make the most powerful console, at some point it'll be perfect. The image will look like a person, and
Mm,
we can make a big world that looks like a real world. That's
Mhm.
it. Nintendo's technology is always focused more on innovation, on creativity, on playing a fun game rather than making a realistic game.
yeah.
Because when you go to realism, eventually it looks real, and that's it.
That's it.
I mean,
Exactly.
there are experimental cameras and TVs that people are playing with that look so good and so realistic, but the human eye can't see it. Our eye
Mhm.
has a limit. We
Mhm.
can't see all the pixels. So,
There's no point.
wow, it's amazing. I can't see it.
You said it, Gamer Dan. That is, I was told that when I was at college making games. What's up? You don't put all this detail into something that people can't really engage in, and it's not even. And it's an NPC. It's not even supposed to be played with per se. It's its own thing. I mean, so all that's to say, Professor Suzuka, that like you said, humans definitely are better choice in some instance, in some cases,
Mm.
when it comes in games. Sorry, before we look at a quick video, did you have
Before
any?
we end, there is one NPC I think that this AI, especially like smart thinking and talking AI, could be very, very useful. In
Mm,
some RPGs and in some first-person shooting games, occasionally you get an NPC that joins the fight. Like if you have to escort them, or they join you in battle, and the computer controls the character. You might have a character in Dragon Quest who joins your party and then
Mhm.
leaves, and the computer is controlling that. Now, the game AI is getting progressively better. Early ones, oh no, they weren't great. They were stupid. They just did one attack. But they are getting smarter and smarter. And you could, in Final Fantasy 12, you could program the AI, the NPC characters. I
mm,
think this kind of AI generation can make interactive, kind of gameplay interactive NPCs feel far more real. They'll be able to act it smarter, and they'll be able to react, to contribute to the situation. They're
mm,
like, oh, we had a tough fight. They'll be able to say, whew, that was hard.
yeah, yeah.
Or if you go to an easy fight and you just go, win, well, that was a waste of time.
Yes, that kind of
And they
stuff.
played with that in Final Fantasy 15. They had the NPC characters, the gameplay NPC characters offer voice barks, what called barks, little sound bites, depending on the fight. I think this is going to be like an evolution of that.
Yeah, what I also think is, I think while you still have games, it's a bit like I've seen robots make chicken. Robots can make food and so on. I was like, well, that's pretty good. It's like proper chicken, not just like processed meat. And I was like, and what's going to happen is, I think, when you still have humans making games the traditional way, and then you see AI, people are going to notice the difference more. It's like almost too, I say clever, if you will, but too robotic. If even if it's very smooth, when you see how humans make games that are different, I think you will just have two main genres: AI
Mhm.
heavy games and AI light, if you will. And therefore, um, people will learn to live with AI by choice. I mean, I think people, just like the uncanny valley. I think people are gonna, even though, oh my God, here we go again. We're gonna get kicked out of this Zoom talk. Maybe we'll just have to just do a talk about the article today and not a video.
Yeah, just stick with the article. This is a good topic.
Yeah. So okay, this is the last comments. I think that AI will just have will be people are pushing it, eventually it's going to become AI is here, as opposed to AI is everywhere. Even though people think it can't take over everything, just like we just said, like with the doctor
Mm,
situation, the car situation, with and some games,
mm,
it's just once it can't, you can, but people won't go for it. It's like giving a horse, taking a horse to water. It's not drinking. You know, not everybody wants the same thing, and after a while,
Mm.
people just say no thanks, and then Nintendo will start to try and do their thing. But I don't know. I mean, that's my take. And I love your take, Gamer Dan. Professor Suzuka, what's your final thoughts? I guess we'll just have a discussion today. So,
Mhm.
It's difficult, but so some AI patterns coming are coming in our lives.
Mhm.
Mm.
So, for example, AI drawing AI, so
Mhm.
AI animations,
Mm. Oh, yes.
and I have a problem to illustrators,
Oh, right.
Mm.
illustrator versus AI animations.
Mm.
Mm,
Mhm.
so many type of AI uh, have various
Mhm.
works. So, mm, but so humans have to decide the judge.
Yeah,
So what is
yes.
uh, good,
I like what you said. Yeah,
what
yeah.
is bad? So
Yeah.
That's it. I think
mm,
you're right. I think that's it. It comes down to the judges. We make the final judgment, and if you
yes,
give
Mm.
yes,
people two choices, AI may say these are equally
mm,
good, but we
Mm.
prefer one over the other. AI says why,
mm,
and then the nuance comes, and
mm,
then
so
and then
uh,
we and then I think you'll have illustrators come back
mm,
because
so only creators, but also
audience.
well, every people, every human
Mm,
thinks
yeah.
so about AIs and
Yeah.
make
Mm.
some laws
Mm,
or
The laws will be
rules,
interesting.
yeah.
rules. Um,
Yeah, this is interesting. I think personally, when it comes to laws and rules, I think it's not very effective because I think right now they say in in English we have a phrase, "the cat's out of the bag," which means
Mm.
AI is here now and you can't stop it. It's like the cat's out, you're trying to catch it, you can't put it back in.
What's the,
So the genie's out of
you
the bottle.
can't
okay?
So, yeah, so
to back
yeah,
to
so
catch.
exactly. If you make a law, then AI will just try and work around it. But this is what I think 2024 and 2025, right now, this year, is, in my opinion, is about we making a judgment about where we want to go. And
Mm,
AI is going to do its best, but ultimately, we have to be the judge of the works. Now, of course, even if all you have is AI options, we will still choose from the AI options in a way that AI does not understand. It just
mm,
follows
Mm.
our judgment. So, and therefore, we'll realize that we have a lot of power. It seems like AI take over, but AI doesn't want anything. So we have to be the ones who say, "I want option B," and AI doesn't know why. So, yeah. So, and then we'll be able to illustrate again why we choose option B. So, and then we'll have it because there's no you have to work with it now. It's too late. It's like the computer's coming,
Mm.
and then once you work with it, I think people realize it's not so scary because
mm,
we have power because it's made for us, and if it doesn't satisfy us, then it's failed, and then we have to teach it, but we can't even teach it. We just have to have our we have to remember why we are the judges, remember
Mm.
what we're all for, and who knows, maybe Nintendo will beat Microsoft. Maybe Microsoft and Sony will say we have super powered AI, blah blah blah, and Nintendo comes with something cheap and a little bit of AI, but people like Nintendo more, and maybe Microsoft
I
say,
download an AI Mario.
"Oh, I
I had
saw
an
you."
AI Mario for my phone. He was like, "Hello, wake, time to wake up. Time for
you saw
school."
you saw
I'd like that.
yeah,
mm,
definitely. I saw AI Mario actually in let me just show you quickly. We'll finish with this in about 4 minutes. 1 second. Excuse me, everybody. Oh, there we go. Sorry. There was an AI Mario showing up on
mm,
on Twitter, no,
mm,
on
mm,
X,
On
and
CES.
yes, you heard about this, and it was
Computer electronics
hopefully
Oh,
we'll
show.
get a better one. If this video, because I only got 4 minutes before the meeting closes, but if this thing opens before we have to get out of it, this will be an ending joke. I don't know. I spoiled it. Maybe it's not a joke. Maybe
Well, long time viewers of this channel will know that I'm a little bit more indifferent to the threat of AI because
yeah.
AI is a tool. It is a tool that we will use. We use a lot of language like, "Oh, the AI is coming to take over," or "The AI is going to do this." AI is going to do anything. People are going to use AI.
mm,
Yes.
People will, companies will buy the product and they will put it in. And just like when companies started using predatory spending, as they
Mm,
started asking for microtransactions and DLCs and uh, pre ordering games, all these unpleasant things that companies do to games to make money, we people were angry at them. But the company did it because the company wanted to make money. But there's always going to be an indie market. There's always
mm,
going to be a market of smaller creators who don't use these things, who are pushing the gambit, who are trying to make great games.
yes.
Once, when we were young, the big companies were the only companies. You didn't buy a game from the big companies, you didn't get a game.
Mm,
But gaming is so popular now that there was a market for everyone. Yes,
yeah.
AI is going to be used in bigger games, and in sometimes it's going to be used well, and in other times it's going to be used poorly.
Mm, mm,
But the
mm.
gaming market is so big now that AI will never be in charge of everything. There will always be people doing hand-drawn games. There will always be people making smaller RPGs with good stories. Last year, Sea of
mm,
Stars came out by the same creators of the Messenger from 2018. The Messenger was an excellent game in the style of an SNES game, like old Ninja Gaiden. And
Yeah.
Sea of Stars is in the same universe, but it's an RPG and it looks like Chrono Trigger. I gotta say, that's on my to playlist. Like, it's near the
Yeah.
top. Once I can get it on sale, I'm playing that.
You said it, man. You said it.
So I'm not worried about AI taking over. I am
Yeah.
worried about people's jobs being hurt because companies would rather AI than actually paying a person.
Right. Exactly. That's it. I think we just have to watch. Let's you
Yeah,
give
what
it.
should say, and
oh,
support smaller companies, support indie developers.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we're here for, people. We're the up and comers, if you will. And sorry, this video is failing, so I can't share it. I'm gonna have to reformat. Okay, this is a disaster. So everybody, thank you
yes,
so much. I guess we'll finish on Happy New Year again, Mogi, Muji. There you
Mugi, Mugi.
Mugi, Mugi.
Yes.
Super, everybody, and like you said, Professor Suzuka, if later on, if you can stream with us, if you can play a Switch game with Gamer Dan,
Mm.
please let us know so we can.
Smash.
Maybe
Yeah.
this week I will buy the Tear of Mask, a new Pokemon's DLC, and
Okay.
play.
Oh, you're
Oh,
getting the
okay.
DLC.
So I review.
Oh,
I will
please, yeah.
review uh,
We'd
this
love. I'd
game.
love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Absolutely. We'd appreciate that. And if you, again, if you can stream at some point, let us know. Oh, we got to finish, everybody. The meeting's
Mm.
going to end. Take care. Have a good day. Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank
See
you.